Your Olympic hero has arrived. It's true, it's true.
You're watching The Fugitive Redeye, and welcome to another episode of Redeye Raw. Today I'll be talking about my video making process, and I've touched on this in videos before, but I thought it's about time I actually do, just a discussion about, how I make videos, in a broad sense. I'm not going to go over absolutely every little tiny, minute detail, but, so first off, I get an idea for a video, obviously, and then I turn on my computer. I get an idea of what I want to say. I kind of lay it out in my head. I never write anything down. Then I fire up Audacity, I hit record, and I start going. I just speak completely off the cuff, and then I edit out anything that just doesn't stick. And that works really well for me. I've had maybe 3 videos scripted in the entirety of my channel. Like, even Sergeant Friends isn't fully scripted. I say fully because some segments I've had to script because, nothing, I've never had to script anything for me and Corbin, but when we get other people involved, sometimes scripting is required. And that's not to knock at anybody, I'm just saying, whenever we have someone who's not me or Corbin, the back and forth that Corbin and I have is very natural and doesn't have to be scripted. Although with Sergeant Friends, we don't script it, but we do plan exactly what we're going to say. So what we do is, we say, so what if we said this? Okay, and then what if we said this? And then we do a practice run without recording, and then we just try to replicate that practice run when we record, adding in anything that would additionally make it funny, and removing anything that just sucked. For editing, I use Movie Maker. Very outdated, but that's part of the charm, I guess. To make thumbnails, I use MS Paint. I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for? Cheap when it comes to making stuff. Not because I'm, not for any particular reason, really, just because that's just what I do. It's just what I'm used to doing, because, this is a hobby. Turtle saving is a hobby, but, in addition to that, other things I do, so let's say I want to get some gameplay. Well, if I have the capture card hooked up, I'll usually fire up the console with the capture card, capture the footage, and then edit down to whatever I need for whatever particular video. If the capture card is not hooked up, then I'll use... The PS4 has built-in recording software, as does the Xbox One. PS4 I can record an hour of footage at a time, Xbox One I can only record 15 minutes at a time. PS4 I can do voiceover simultaneous with gameplay, so it's live commentary. Xbox One, you have to do it in post, so a lot of the times I'll only use Xbox One gameplay if it's something that I can edit the voiceover in post. Obviously with the capture card I can circumvent those problems, but that does happen. In addition to that, when I get live action footage, I usually use my phone, which is charging currently, which is why I'm recording this on the webcam. And I've used the webcam on and off. I think it's useful to have as a backup. It's definitely not the greatest because it's standard definition with the black bars on the side. And the quality's not great. Apologies, my allergies are acting up a little bit. But anyway... in addition to that, when I'm doing DVD, so live action, right, my DVD recordings, I use the front camera, my DVD collections, I'll use the front camera on the phone to record the actual DVDs and I'll sit on my bed, lay my blanket out over it, put the DVDs on it, film down, okay, open it, pausing between things so that I can minimize edits. Sometimes I don't do any editing for DVD collection updates. Other times I do edit them quite a bit. And sometimes I film them all at once. Other times I film them over the course of a few weeks, adding a little bit at a time. Snack reviews, I film a little bit at a time. And whenever I need to record my face on the phone, I use the other camera, the one that's facing me, instead of the front camera. Let's see. I do all my editing on my desktop here now. I used to do my editing on my laptop because my desktop was not hooked up and didn't have editing software on it at the time. Now I've got Movie Maker on this too. I've also got Filmora on this as a backup, but it's the free version of Filmora, which has that really obnoxious watermark across the screen. I might buy a Filmora license in the future, but despite the fact that you can do more with Filmora, I'm just used to the interface of Movie Maker. Like, it's just easier. Like, once I learn to use Filmora a little bit more efficiently, maybe I'll switch to using that. But my current Movie Maker setup is just what I'm used to, so it's easier that way. I use a blue snowball microphone, which is this one right here. That's how I get most of my audio. All of my audio when I'm doing voiceover stuff comes through this microphone. I used to use an MP3 recorder on my phone, and I still sometimes use the MP3 recorder on my phone for Sarge and Friends. It just depends on where I am when I'm recording the audio for Sarge and Friends, because, and if Corbin is in an episode, his audio picks up better on the phone than it does on the Blue Snowball. For instance, The Bitch Who Stole Christmas was recorded on the Blue Snowball, and if you'll notice in that episode, Corbin's audio is quiet as hell and you can hardly hear him. As was the original version of Breaking Bags, which didn't get released because we redid it into the season finale. I am actually going to release the original audio of Breaking Bags, but I've upped the volume in Filmora. That's one thing I'll give Filmora. You can up the audio like crazy. Because in Movie Maker, you can only up the audio volume so much. But in Filmora, it lets you just crank it the fuck up so I can actually hear what he was saying when you couldn't originally. Which, if I put that in Movie Maker, you would not be able to do. Back in the olden days of my channel, back in 2011 through 2010, 2011, 2012, I recorded everything on webcams, which I also did when I came back in 2015 for a little bit. But we used this old laptop, something called a netbook, which is a small like between tablet and laptop almost, and that's how we recorded all of my videos, or the majority of my videos, back in 2010 through 2012, and then that broke. Specifically, I broke it because I didn't want the boys to watch Two Girls, One Cup, because I used to be the morality police. But I think we're all grateful that I had the foresight to not want to watch that. Although, from what I understand, it was chocolate used in the video, so there you go. But that said, not all of my videos were webcam back then. Some of them were filmed on a flip phone, such as Horror Fest and then Anunnaki War, and a couple others around the time. When we rebooted the channel, the webcam that I used originally to record everything in 2015 was a Microsoft Surface Pro 3. Now, interestingly, when I was doing videos like that, right? So back in the day, back when I started the channel in 2010 through 2012, no editing whatsoever, just upload, that's it. 2015, it was a lot of the same with that. However, I also did use the YouTube video editor, which no longer exists, so rip. But in addition to the YouTube video editor, I did also start using Upload Studio during 2015, and Upload Studio was one of the worst softwares I've ever used. It's built into the Xbox One, and it's what allows you to do voiceovers and stuff over your gameplay, but it crashes a lot and has all sorts of problems. So I would often use a combination of that and YouTube video editor to make my videos during 2015. Then I got Movie Maker, of course, and that fixed a lot of problems I had with those things. There actually was one video I made using Adobe Premiere, because I took a class on Adobe Premiere in college. And specifically, my most popular video as of right now, at least I'm pretty sure it is, the new version of how to make any DVD player region-free. That one I made using Adobe Premiere, because it was a school project, actually, which I used Premiere to make. And Premiere is also how I made my channel banner, the one with, the red eyes and Fugitive Red Eye and stuff on it. But Adobe Premiere, obviously I didn't buy a license for, so I don't have that. But I did train in using that. Although it has been some time since I have used it, so I would need to practice if I got it again, because I am a bit rusty. But that video was made in Premiere. It also, and rather, it wasn't Premiere that my banner was made, sorry, it was Photoshop, because I was training in Adobe products in general, because it was a multimedia class. Yeah, like, it started in Adobe Premiere. I actually re-edited it, because it was on a different channel, because it was a school project, actually. And it's no longer on that other channel. You're not going to find it, so don't even bother. But what happened was, with that Adobe Premiere, I made the school project version, and then when I came home later on, in Movie Maker, I edited out any mention of what school I was going to, and what class I was in, and my first and last name. Because, personal information, whatnot. I removed all of that from the YouTube version in Movie Maker. So it was like a combination of Movie Maker and Premiere. And a little bit of Upload Studio there, because the new intro I recorded on it, I made in Upload Studio with the Gears of War 4 glitch stuff. But yeah, that's how I did it with that. And that's the only video that's ever had Premiere used in it. And then I've done a couple of videos using Filmora just to test it out. One of them was literally just called Test Video, and then the other one was one episode of Tales from the Drive-Thru. Tales from the Drive-Thru used to be made in Upload Studio, but is now made in Movie Maker. Whenever I need to do collaborations, I'll just use either like Google Hangouts or Messenger video calls when I did collabs. At least with Corbin and Anthony, because that was the easiest way to get them with a video. However, when I did the stuff for Chutters and Redland Ranger Studios, what I did was I recorded my video and then sent it to them via Google Drive, because that way it was higher quality, because I was sending it to their channel. So, it's a very simplistic way I make videos, and really any moron could make videos the way I do. I've always just been unscripted. That's just been the way I like to do things, especially with Redeye Raw. Redeye Raw is pretty much unedited, too. If I make it with the webcam, I'll throw the intro and outro and stuff on. And the reason for that is because to do webcam videos on this computer, I have to use Movie Maker, since I don't have any other webcam apps. So this is being recorded via Movie Maker. Anyway, I do like to use a combination of switching back and forth between the phone and the webcam for Redeye Raw. Because the webcam looks like shit, but there's a certain charm to it. And the phone is high quality, so that's why I kind of switch back and forth. I'm thinking of doing another Redeye Raw follow-up about annoying ads, because I remembered some more. Like those fucking, Wikibuy, and those mobile game ads where they had the person pretending to play it and being like, oh, this is so cool, look, oh, I'm gonna do this. Or maybe I'll just talk about it here, but maybe I'll decide to do a video completely on it. Then there's like, Grammarly or Root Insurance, which I think I mentioned Root last time, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, lots of things planned. I've already watched a movie for the next batch of Takeshi Tuesdays. Just need to work on the recording for that, and then edit it down. Obviously, you won't see that until I get 4 others, because again, I'm doing it in batches of 5. But I do have several other movies I can watch for the next one. I'll probably do Monster X Strikes Back after that one, so While the Women Are Sleeping will be the first part of the next batch, then probably Monster X Strikes Back, and then possibly Onago. I'm still debating on that. And then Ghost in the Shell might be in there somewhere. Again, no promises, because I have a bunch of stuff I can do. But yeah, I'm still working on finishing up this season of Sergeant Friends. I'm working currently on editing the final version of Gary Gat Origins. The audio-only version is, of course, already up on the channel, and that is unedited audio. I am editing it down and making the final version now. And then the Amazing Super Sham probably won't get a final version until I've begun talking to Corbin again, because I need art from him again. And I won't be able to get that until I've reestablished contact. Which, again, hopefully will be sooner than later, but again, bunch of weird shit here on this end, so we'll see how that goes. Again, that's nothing on Corbin's end. Every issue with reconnecting and starting everything back to normal is completely on my end. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say. I've rambled on enough and got off topic, so doodles.
I'm a bit of an elbow man myself, actually. Bit different, bit weird. Not sexual.
Nagumo, wait. What about your parents?
Don't worry. They're at a funeral.